Hello students, this is the sixth video lecture of your chapter number 12 electricity. Till now in this chapter we have discussed what is electrical current, what is voltage or potential difference. Then we have started with resistance. Resistance is a mechanism which control the flow of electricity. We have also seen that what are the various factors on which the resistance of the electrical circuit depends. Now, in today's video lecture, we are going to discuss that if we are having a system of resistance, that in how many ways the resistance can be connected, and if they are connected in, let's say, in one way or in another way, then what is the resultant? That means what is the equivalent resistance? So let us start. So, system of resistance, mainly resistances can be connected in two different fashion. Here you can see resistances can be connected in series manner and resistances can be connected in parallel manner. Now let us try to understand in detail what we mean by series connection and parallel connection. So when this is the electrical circuit, a battery is there, then ammeter is there, voltmeter is there, and we have connected here three different resistances R1, R2 and R3 side by side. That means this is, let's say, R1, then this is R2 and this is R3. So when all three resistances connected side by side, such combination, such connection is known as a series connection. However, when the resistance is connected in this manner as shown in figure, it is known as the parallel connection. So it is something like one resistance is here, then another resistance is here, and third resistance is here, and so on. So all the ends, the left side ends and right side ends of the resistance has been connected. So such connection is known as the parallel connection. So in today's lecture and in the next lecture we are going to discuss then when resistances are connected in series or when resistances are connected in parallel, what is the value of their net, that means the equivalent resistance. Moreover, we will also discuss then when the series combination of resistances are there, what happens to current and voltage, and when the parallel combination of resistances are there, what happened to current and voltage. So let us start with the series connection. So let us do one activity. Let us once again consider this figure, and here three resistances are there, R1, R2 and R3. So let us assign some values over here. So let's say this is 1 ohm, this is 2 ohm and this is 3 ohm. Okay, and let us assign some value to the battery. So it is, let's say 6 volt battery. It is a 6 volt battery. Now my first question is the value of current in the series connection. So ammeter is connected over here. So ammeter can be connected anywhere in the circuit. Let's say it is connected here, but if in place of this place I am disconnecting and ammeter has been connected, let's say here. So here ammeter has been connected and I measure the value of current. Then once again I disconnect the circuit and ammeter has been connected here. So this is plus and minus. Once again I can disconnect and ammeter can be connected in between also here or here. Okay. So in anywhere in the circuit, if I connect the ammeter, the value of current, let's say here a value of current I am getting, I, is always remains same. So in series connection, at whatever the places I connect the ammeter, the value of the electrical current which is flowing through the circuit will always remain same. So I can write the value of current is always same. Okay. Now next is the value of voltage in the circuit. So what will happen to voltage in the circuit across the resistors? So first of all, let's say voltmeter has been connected over here, but let me disconnect it. So I have disconnected it. Now first of all, what I will do, I will measure the voltage across this battery. So across this battery I am connecting the voltmeter. It is plus and minus. and I am measuring the value of, let's say, voltage, and I am getting the value of 6 volt. Once again I am disconnecting it and I am connecting it across this all the resistances which connected in series, plus and minus. So here the value of voltage which I am getting here across, let's say this is X and this is Y. So across ends X and Y, the value of voltage which I am getting is, let's say, V of XY is equal to, let's say, 6 volt. Okay. Now what I am doing, I am connecting the voltmeter across each of the resistances, that means across R1, across R2 and across R3. So first of all, let's say I am connecting it across R1, voltage plus minus, and the value of let's say voltage here V1 which I am getting here, let's say V1 is equal to 1 volt. Now I am removing the voltmeter from here and I am connecting across R2. So here once again voltmeter is there and this voltage is V2. Once again I am measuring this value of voltage and let's say that is V2. So here I am getting, let's say, V2 is equal to 2 volt. Once again I am removing this voltmeter and I am connecting it across R3. So here V is there and plus and minus. So value of V3 I measure and it is, let's say, 3 volt. So students, what I have done here, first of all I have measured the voltage across all the resistances, then I have measured the voltage across each individual resistances, and what I found is here 6, this is this value of 6 and this value also 3 plus 2 plus 1, so this is also equal to 6. So I can write that V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay, so I have got this mathematical relation. Now, so this is a mathematical relation. Now, if I want to find the equivalent resistance, first of all, let us try to understand that what is the meaning of equivalent resistance. Equivalent resistance. The meaning of equivalent resistance, that is, if I am having the 3 resistances over here, so let's say here this is R1, this is R2 and this is R3, R1, R2, R3. The meaning of equivalent resistance is I can remove all 3 resistances and I can, let's say, put a single resistance in place of all 3 resistances, but which will give me the same result as these 3 resistances which used to give me. So I can replace this by a single resistance. This is known as a equivalent resistance. So concept is clear to you. It is, in layman's language you can understand something like this, that person A is there whose capacity is, let's say, work for 5 hours. A person B is there whose capacity is to work for 4 hours, and these two persons have been removed, and the person C is there on duty and whose capacity is to work for 9 hours. So by removing person A and person B, we are getting the equivalent person C who is doing the same job who the A and B was used to do. So equivalent resistance is something like this. Okay. Now, so we have got this relationship among the voltage. The current, the value of current I remains same, but voltage is sum total of the individual potential difference or individual potential drop. Now, we can apply Ohm's law over here. Okay, so left hand side we can put V is equal to, we know that what is Ohm's law. Ohm's law is V is equal to I into R. We have already studied it. So on the left hand side of this equation, what we will do, that if this total resistances has been replaced by one resistance, which is the equivalent resistance, then we can write V is equal to I into R equivalent. Can I write this? Okay. And on the right hand side, I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 I3. Okay, so I am writing I1 I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3. Is this step clear to you? Now we know that value of current in the series connection is same. So can I write I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3 is equal to I? So I can write I R equivalent is equal to I into R1 plus I into R2 plus I into R3. So once again I can write I into R equivalent is equal to I common. So I R1 plus R2 plus R3. So I gets cancelled from both the side, and we were having the equation R equivalent. R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, so here we have got the equation that equivalent resistance, this equivalent resistance is nothing but mathematical summation of all three resistances R1 plus R2 plus R3. Is that clear to you people? Okay, now let us try to calculate one example through which the concept of series resistance will become more clear to you. So let me take your textbook. So in on page number 212 there is an example 12.7. It says that electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm. So this is lamp and the resistance of lamp is 20 ohm, and conductor whose resistance is 4 ohm. This is 4 ohm. Okay, it is there, and a 6 volt battery is also there. Then calculate A, the total resistance. In part A, we need to find the total resistance, that is nothing but R equivalent. Then B, the current through the circuit. The B is current through the circuit. And C, the potential difference across electric lamp and conductor. That means across these 2 points, let's say across X and Y, what is the potential difference, and across P and Q, what is the potential difference. So let's say C, V across bulb is there which we need to find, and V across conductor is there which we need to find. So student, pay attention that this is the sum, this is the example which includes the 2 or 3 kind of concept, and if you are able to calculate, if you are able to solve this sum, I think you will not have any problem in another sums as well. So first of all, part A. So what is there in part A? The equivalent resistance. We very well know the formula R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. What is value of R1 is 4 ohm and R2 is equal to 20 ohm. So I can write R equivalent is equal to 24 ohm. So very simple. Let us move for part B. So what is there? What is the value of current? Now for current we know that Ohm's law. Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So I is equal to V upon R. But what is R here? The R is the total resistance of the circuit. So we have to put here R equivalent. So R equivalent, V is given, it is 6, and R is given, R is 24. So it is 1 by 4. So the value of current I is equal to 0.25 ampere. Okay, so part B is also clear. Let us move to part C. Part C. What is the voltage across bulb and what is the voltage across this conductor? So voltage across bulb, V bulb. Once again we use this Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. So I will remain same for the entire circuit, but R for bulb is this. So I into R bulb. Okay, so I is 0.25 or 1 by 4 into what is the value of this resistance across bulb is 20. So this is 20. So 4 5s are 20. So voltage across bulb is equal to, let's say, 5 volt. Lastly, what is the voltage across conductor? So V across conductor is equal to, once again, I into R conductor. Okay, I into R conductor. So I, we know it is 1 by 4 and the value of resistance is 4. So 4 gets cancelled, so is equal to 1 volt. So V across conductor, V across conductor is equal to 1 volt. Okay, so here you can see one thing, that voltage across bulb is 5 volt, voltage across conductor is 1 volt, so sum total is 6 volt and our battery is producing 6 volt. So it is the indirect method to check whether the values which we have received is correct or not. So in some other sums as well, if there are 5 to 6 component and let's say battery voltage is 10 volt, the sum total of voltages across each the component should give us the result that sum total should be 10, and that's why this formula V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 get verified. So that's all for the today's lecture. Thank you very much.